It's time for Transport Line, the program that showcases the contributions of all modes of transportation to the socio-economic growth and development of our country, Africa, and the rest of the world. Transport Line is being beamed to you from the Center of Excellence, the state of aquatic splendor, and Africa's second largest economy, Lagos. I am Shino Ilegbede, glad to know that you are keeping us company. The women wing of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport recently held its 14th annual conference. And of course, Transport Line was there to capture the event where we had beauty and brains congregating. Now, we bring you an abridged version of the event. Enjoy yourself, happy viewing, and I'll see you at the other side of the film.
Time Na Money was a classic song and hit by Mike Okri in 1989. The song generally was and still is popular among business-minded Nigerians. The theme of the 14th Conference of Women in Logistics and Transport, WILOT, which is Driving Result, Time Mastery in Logistics and Transport Sector, strikes a beautiful chord on the importance of time management in all human endeavors. The congregation of beauty and brain from all walks of human profession to deliberate on practical solutions that would impact and promote operational efficiency in logistics, logistics and transport. Leading the pack of speakers and paper presenters was Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, former Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps and current president of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, who called for practical solutions that would promote operational efficiency, customer service innovation, strategic competitiveness of logistics and transport sector in Nigeria.
It really demonstrates that WILOT Nigeria has evolved beyond an idea into a strong professional institution that continues to influence policy, develop leaders, mentor the next generation, and promote excellence across the logistics, transport, and supply chain sectors. This progress deserves recognition and commendation, ladies and gentlemen. The choice of this year's theme, Driving Result, Time Mastery in Logistics and Transport, is both timely and significant. Time is one of the most valuable resources in logistics and transportation. Unlike many other resources, it cannot be recovered once lost. Every delay in a port, every hour a truck spends in traffic, every inefficient cargo handling process, and every unnecessary administrative bottleneck translates directly into increased cost, reduced productivity, and diminished competitiveness. Across the world, leading logistics systems are built on one principle: speed with efficiency. Whether it is in Singapore's highly integrated port operations, Rotterdam's digital logistics ecosystem, or Dubai multimodal freight network, one common denominator is the deliberate management of time as a strategic asset. Nigeria must embrace the same philosophy if we are to unlock the full potential of our transport and logistics sector. The challenge before us is therefore not simply to work harder, it is to work smarter by eliminating waste, embrace technology and simplifying processes, and build the systems that move people, goods, and information more efficiently. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, time mastery is not merely a matter of personal productivity, it is also an organization and national imperative. For logistics professionals, it means improving planning, embracing digital solutions, strengthening coordination across the supply chain, and making decisions based on accurate and timely information. For institutions, it means developing efficient regulatory frameworks, improving infrastructure, and removing unnecessary barriers that delay the movement of goods and services. For government, it means creating an enabling environment where logistics can flourish as a catalyst for economic growth and national competitiveness. As professionals, we have a collective responsibility to champion these improvements through research, advocacy, innovation, and continuous professional development. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, WILOT has consistently demonstrated that diversity strengthens our profession. Across Nigeria and around the world, women continue to make significant contributions to logistics, transportation, maritime, aviation, rail, road transport, supply chain management, and inland waterways and public policy. Their great presence in leadership positions is enriching decision-making, broadening perspective, and inspiring a new generation of professionals. CILT remains proud of its enduring relationship with WILOT. As the parent professional body under whose auspices WILOT was established, we remain fully committed to supporting its growth, strengthening its programs, and creating more opportunities for women to contribute meaningfully to the advancement of our profession. I therefore commend the leadership of WILOT Nigeria for sustaining this important platform for learning, mentorship, networking, and professional excellence.
A journey full of challenges, full of grace. WILOT was birthed on a vision to birth leaders, grow capacity, and spread impact across logistics, transport, and the supply chain. Today, seeing you here for knowledge sharing and networking tells us that the vision is alive. This event is more than a gathering. It is a convergence of professional women, a place where we learn from each other, build lasting networks, and birth the collaborations that will shape our industry's future. As we engage today, let us be reminded our strength is in our unity, and our legacy is in the impact that we create together. Thank you for showing up. May this day birth new ideas, grow new leaders, and spread greater impact. May the journey of knowledge, connection, and purpose be sustained. I congratulate and welcome on board the role models that will be recognized today. I look forward to your valuable contribution to the remarkable journey. I also congratulate the friends of WILOT, the men that have supported WILOT in this journey. To the pioneers, I say kudos to you and pray that you stand firm and resilient in keeping this history and the legacy alive.
I always like to talk about WILOT. It's just W-I-L-A-T. What is it? WILOT is Women in Logistics and Transport. It is the female arm of the Chartered Institute of Logistics. And so we are under the umbrella of the Chartered Institute of Logistics. It was established in 2010 in Nigeria by our founder, Haja Aisha Ali Ibrahim, went global 2013, and it's 16 years down the lane. Today we're in 40 countries and we are still counting. Please give us a round of applause. I always like to do this because we are welcoming a lot of new members, and so they need to know a little bit of what WILOT is all about. So on behalf of the Executive Committee and the entire membership of Women in Logistics and Transport, it is my singular honor and privilege to warmly welcome you all to the 14th WILOT Day Conference and Awards. Your presence today is a demonstration of your unwavering belief in the ideals of the inclusion, professional excellence, leadership development, and the advancement of women within the logistics and transport sector. We deeply appreciate your continued partnership and support. This year's conference is particularly significant. It is not just another annual gathering. It is a celebration of resilience, vision, purposeful leadership, and the remarkable journey of WILOT Nigeria over the years. Just 1 week ago, on 30th of July 2026, we were gathered together to celebrate another historic milestone in Abuja, which was the successful presentation and launch of the WILOT book titled The Birth Before the Spread. That publication is far more than a collection of pages. It is a story of courage, of sacrifice, determination, and excellence that women are known for. It captures the journey of remarkable women and supportive men who dare to believe that the logistics and transport profession will become stronger when women are given a space to lead, to innovate, and to serve. The book stands today as a legacy for future generations and a testament that dreams, when pursued with commitment, becomes history. Today's conference therefore builds upon that legacy. We move from documenting our journey and we have moved to shaping our future. Since we are established in 2010, we have continued to grow with one of the most respected professional women platforms within the logistics and transport industry. Today, our impact is felt in the maritime sector, in the aviation, in rail, road transport, freight forwarding, supply chain management, academia, government institutions, security services, and many other sectors. Our progress has been driven by our unwavering commitment to our 5 strategic thrusts, which are leadership, mentorship, entrepreneurship, empowerment, and social responsibility.
3 papers were presented for deliberation. Azizat Mohammed spoke on driving results, time mastery in logistics and transport, while Christiana Olatunde Olamide presented a paper on results through professional drivers, mastering time, discipline, and productivity in operations. Folake Soji George delivered a paper on time mastery in logistics and transport from an operations perspective.
The transport industry is the heart of any nation's economy. And what it means is that right here seated in this room, we have the actual people who are responsible for changing Nigeria's economy. When you look at the board, proudly represented there, we have both the road, the rail, the air transport, the marine, and then one other aspect of transport that is very, very minute, we don't talk about a lot because it doesn't move people, but that's the pipeline transport. And we cannot talk about transportation without having a look at the time or the evolution of transport. I want to tell you that if you look through time from 3,500 BC, you can see that we're using cows and carriages and horses and carts. That migration didn't happen as a result of beauty or comfort. Tell me, what's the difference between the horse and the cow? The fastness, the factor of time. When you look at the next stage, where we now have to migrate to trains and buses and the ships, again, why? Factor of time, to be able to get to our desired destination. And next in the 19th century, when the airplanes were introduced, and of course, much later as the road transport expanded, we had cars and buses, intra-road trains, and of course, aeroplanes. The buying decisions of your clientele is based on time. When you open your InDrive app, for those of you that have ever used it, you see different riders or different drivers with different amounts. Most often than not, when we make that decision, we're not looking for which one is cheaper or which one is more expensive. We're looking for which one will take us there fastest. Yes, so we have regulators of the transport industry. And if you are in the business of transport, or should I say in the business of time, and you're not affiliated with one of those regulators, you are doing something wrong. You are planning to fail because you have failed to plan appropriately. During her speech here today, I remember one of the directors came from NIMASA You see Nimasa on the board. I'm sure we also have a relationship with, for the road and rail transport, we have the Nigerian Railway Corporation, we have the Nigerian Institute of Transport and Technology. And for aviation, under the Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, we have FAN, we have NCA, we have NAMA. For marine and blue economy, of course, we have MPA, we have Nimasa, we have NIWA, and of course, Shippers Council. And then finally, like I said, the pipeline transport that is warehoused under the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources, because that mode of transportation only moves oil and gas for now.
Driving results through professional drivers. And when we say professional drivers, we mean drivers who are educated, who understand what it means to place customers' trust, expectation at the first key of concept. So the difference between a delayed delivery and a successful delivery is often not the kind of truck being used. It's always about the professionalism of the driver behind the wheels. We are in the AI generation, digital tools as mentioned, and I'm sure many of us uses this tool. But behind the tool, behind the wheels is a truck driver who will decide if it's going to follow the precision of the AI or it's going to drive through another route as we intend. So if you're talking about drivers, they are one of the important assets. We all know our mobile phone. You have to update your apps frequently. Whatever app you are using, your banking app, you have to update them frequently. If you have a system, an AI system, you have to upgrade it frequently. So as well your truck drivers. You always have to ensure you incorporate training to help your truck drivers to be more competent with their activities across the supply chain sector. No matter how much you invest in your trucks, invest in your goods, no matter the amount of work you put in behind the scene, the truck driver determines if the goods get to the customer at the right time or if there is a delayed delivery. So this conversation matters because road transport is one of the key backbone of logistics across Nigeria. So you can see the direct operational impact. The truck drivers ensure time delivery performance, customer satisfaction, safety, fleet safety, poor efficiency. I would always say your truck driver is the face of your brand to your customers because they get to meet your customers across all states. So if we can invest in trucks, we can invest in AI, then we should be able to invest in drivers training beyond the license, but we need to have drivers that are educated. I studied for 5 years in School of Transport. Let's imagine if we have an institution for truck drivers, when they get to go to school, they understand emotional intelligence, their mindsets are fixed, and they can always work with the rules. I believe you would have to force them.
In this industry, almost 30 years, and I've seen a lot. I've benefited a lot. I've been able to build myself, graduated, have my first degree in Russian language, and when I delved into the logistics industry, I had to go back to school. After my law and diplomacy masters, I had to go back again to do logistics and transport, so that I will not have only practical experience, I will also have the theoretical experience. From the perspective of a transport operator, I want to give you a very logical experience and things that happen. Logistics and transport, especially haulage, could be very rewarding and beneficial. When you look at it and you have invested in buying your trucks, if you're lucky, you get responsible drivers, you will make a way. But most of the time, it's not only the drivers, because most of the time you have other things that you deal with in terms of you have your clientele, they give you job, and they also have their own time mastery in terms of what I want to achieve at a particular time when I've given this person opportunity to go and transport this for me because of issues that they also face. The employment routine that we do, we call them, interview them, get them, bring their guarantor, get the police to go and check and see that the drivers and their guarantors are they've given you the proper information. But sometimes it does not work like that. One of my colleagues told me recently that one driver that has the truck with tracker in it, remove the tracker and put on top of dispatch bike. So as they are tracking, they thought they are tracking the truck. Meanwhile, the logistic cycle is what they were tracking. And it's one of those things that we face, one of the hazards of the job. Sometimes we want to go to the port and you have issues on your way. Lagos, especially now, is being streamlined and is more responsible when we develop this TTP-8 platform for regulation of trucks into the ports, so we don't have all Tom, Dick, and Harry bombard the road and you won't be able to have access. It reduces some of the gridlock, but even at that, you can get to the terminal and there might be problem of equipment. There might be problem of gridlock on the road, drivers either going to one terminal or the other, and the people that are going there are causing obstruction. Anyway, I want to say that mastery of time is in the logistic industry, that they sing that song that time na money. If you don't use your time well there, you can find yourself on the other side so easily, and you see that you are just out of job, because now you have a lot of people. You have more supply than demand.
There was goodwill messages from the continent and Global 40 chartered member nations.
We are confident that the conference will provide a valuable platform for knowledge exchange, collaboration, and impactful discussion that will further strengthen our profession across the Africa continent.
Your visionary leadership has been instrumental in elevating our profession. And we forgive you for the early morning calls and WhatsApp chats. Your service is deeply appreciated.
In the coming years, let them see role models who look like all of you in this hall. Secondly, own the data. We cannot fix what we do not measure. WILOT should lead research on where time is lost, at ports, on highways, in documentation. Bring us the data to help government drive policy. Third, break the silos.
Congratulations to WILOT Nigeria, the first. May continue to expand their leadership. The promotion in Nigeria, in Togo, and across the world.
High point of the 14th Conference of Women in Logistics and Transport Nigeria were presentation of awards to eminent guests, deserving members, and professionals. Among them were Aisha Ali Ibrahim, founder WILOT, Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, National President WILOT, and the 3 guest speakers.
You're welcome back. Well, before we round up, I just want to say my sing song. Continue to be your brother's keeper. Be compassionate in your actions and words. That way, we have a better society, and a humane society for that matter. Till next time, bye-bye for now.